old dogs, they come, they're just so helpless. They've been rejected, abandoned by their family who they loved. So it's a complete betrayal. Of course, they don't see it as in so many words. It's just that, they're just depressed. They didn't know what happened. Suddenly they were in this house and now they're like out, either in a shelter or on the road. And it's just so difficult for them. So, I don't know. I have a thing for old dogs, I guess. And I don't know, you met them. What do you think? They're just, and they are so forgiving of humans who've done such terrible things to them, who've just left them, who've abused them. But they come and they're just, it doesn't even often take a day. And they get used to the life, they have joy, they do their own thing. If they like a ball, they like a ball. They will always find their own person. Just go on with life. It's like the past doesn't bother them anymore at all. But for me, it's always like, I'm just so happy, that they are getting the care, that they are getting the food, that they're getting all the attention, all the cleanliness, hygiene, everything. They are home. For them, that is home.
Hey guys, welcome to Monk Dog, a global digital platform for pet owners and lovers. And this is your host, Praful Rajput. And today, we are here at a happy place. As you can see, this is our happy place. So today, we are here at Leela's Foundation. And today, we're gonna spend a whole day with these cuties over here. And we're gonna have some fun and got to know about them. And also, we're gonna talk to the founder, Mrs. Srila Debbie.
But before that, we would like to introduce our Monku Dog app. It is a personal pet care assistant app that will assist you in taking better care of your pet and making pet parenting easier.
My name is Srila Devi. I run a foundation called Leela's Place. It's mostly for old and ill dogs who have nobody to look after them and nowhere else to go. But of course, people think it's just pets, which is how it started, that abandoned and neglected and abused pets. But since then, we've also started looking after many strays who are not able to survive anymore on the roads because, again, they're old or wounded or ill, chronic problems. And Indies, I've personally found it very difficult to get adopted. So they stay on with us, which is really quite a pity because they're beautiful, beautiful dogs. But as to how I started, the intention was really only to bring in dogs who nobody wanted and give them a home. And because they're pet dogs who nobody wanted. A lot of pets, once they grow old or ill or, somebody goes abroad or they're just given up. They don't really care about where the dog goes, whatever. So it began really with one of those dogs, a Spitz, elderly Spitz, although not as old as I thought he was, on the road on a winter evening. It was very, very cold. And he was picked out by the headlight of a car. So there was this boy with his head completely down to his stomach, some glucose biscuits lying next to him. He was not interested. And that was that. It just was, it was horrible. It was just, he was so desolate. It was It was, something that I just couldn't take anymore. So then I got to the person who had posted this on Facebook and asked him to somehow pick him up. Now, he proved quite difficult to pick up because he was scared. But then they did manage, and he came to me, I think, about 3 days later or something. So he was the dog that I started with. And I had no place of my own. I had not planned it. It was all like, sudden. I just hadn't planned it, people ask me, how do you go about it? I said, I have no idea how to go about it. It's just organic. It's grown from one dog to the many that you see, and God knows how many have been adopted, how many have actually passed away. And it's just totally organic. You don't plan something like that. So it happened to me that very evening when I saw Joy, and it just continued from there. And there was nothing I could do. Just try and find funds to support them to stay in the boarding. Leela was a tiny 2-month-old Labrador puppy. Well, actually a lab mix. That's probably why she was abandoned, because she was not a pure lab and she was abandoned at a shelter. I heard about this on the 1st of October, very late at night. So we picked her up on the 2nd, and she was in a mess. She was very, very, very thin, obviously had not been fed, no nutrition, nothing. And this was evening, so we actually had to wait till the next morning to take her to the vet, which we did, and the blood tests and everything was really sad. Very, very bad tick fever, very low platelet count, very low hemoglobin. It was just very, very sad. So that was it actually. From then, for 2 months, I used to make sure that I was at the vet with her, morning, evening, drips. Something or the other was happening, something or the other. She'd get better, she'd get worse, she'd get... it just, we changed antibiotics, everything. Everything was done. And after about 2 months, one day she got iller than normal. And the thing is that she used to always come to the front seat to be with me. And so, the kind of nurturing one has to do to a very, very sick baby. And, the love just grows. It's not just concern, beyond a point. It's just love, more and more and more. It's like a baby, a human mother, loving her child. So it's actually like that. And unfortunately, one day while we were going to the vet in the car, she passed away. So, that was really, really hard. It was so hard that I just sort of ran away to Calcutta the next day, and I just wanted to get away from all of this. But that is when I decided that whatever I do should be in her name. So that is how we've got Leela's Place Foundation. It's been so many years. So like right now I have about 120. I've had at least, 150, 200 adoptions. Some, of course, have passed away, although funnily enough, considering that we've taken so many old dogs, I have labs who are 15, 16 years old. I have Indies who are 17, 18, 19 years old. Actually, I have a 19-year-old. And so what I'm saying is that they come to me and they actually become healthy and live for a very, very, very long time. And healthily, happily. They love the grass, they love the sun, they like the space for, that they've picked for themselves, and they're comfortable. Okay, the future, I'm not ambitious. I'm taking only ill and old dogs in. I'm trying to reduce the number like that, but of course old and ill dogs I'm always open to, and I will only take in young dogs, if I can get them adopted. Old strays in need of a home are always very welcome. I'm getting somebody today, but no young ones anymore because I cannot get them adopted. The Book of Dog, published by HarperCollins, and there's a contribution here by Paro Anand, who adopted from us. And she's written about Jia and Nadia, the 2 girls that she adopted from me, from Leela's place. She writes about, her experience with the adoption process and how much the dogs have added to their lives. And she ends very beautifully with, now over 3 years old, they light up our lives like fuljaris that sparkle every day. I think that's really, really beautiful, because that's actually what dogs do. I mean, if they have wonderful families, that's what they do. They sparkle all the time. And that, so this sentence really hit home. It's a beautiful, beautiful feeling. Hi, this is Srila Devi. I run the Leela's Place Foundation. Today I'm with Monku Dog. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe and download.